I'm sorry.
I just got fucking scammed. Do not rent from Finders NYC if you live in New York. If you see them on Zillow and Street Easy, run for your fucking life. They literally scammed me out of $4,000. I was supposed to move into an apartment on September 1st, and I found an apartment online, and I reached out to them. They were super nice about everything. They only communicated through text, that should have been the first red flag. I went to go see the place, and the place was really cute. I applied. It was like $1,700, rent stabilized, and I went to go view the apartment. And she seemed like she really liked me. I reviewed it with another person. She was 15 minutes late coming to the appointment, so I was like, whatever. And then we started looking at the apartment. I thought the apartment was cute. Do an application. I paid $20 application. Everything seemed fine, like seemed normal. Did the application online, was really quick, and then I submitted my documents, and they got back to me within like a couple of days to tell me I was approved. So I was like, okay, bet. Boom, I'm about to move in, right? They say I was pre-approved. I had a Zoom call with a guy named Simon, and he supposedly is with 181 Venture LLC, 181 Ventures LLC. Watch out for that too. And everything was fine until I got to the signing. So next steps were basically I had to meet her to sign the lease. We ended up signing the lease at an apartment building in Washington Heights. Mind you, it was in the lobby of a building. It wasn't even at their offices, so I was really confused. I was supposed to sign the lease at 7 o'clock. No one was there to greet me. I texted and called the number, and no one was responding. I texted the number, and then I was like, okay, what's going on? Anyone coming? It's like 7:30 at this point, and they ended up saying, oh, sorry, she's coming now. She ended up coming 35 minutes later. So she gets down there, and she seems like she's a little off, like she's like high or something, or she just woke up. I don't know what the fuck she was on. Basically, she was like, I'm so sorry. They told me the appointment was at 8. Mind you, they said that they're using the same, they text through the phone, they use the same phone. Yes, I'll be texting several different people at one time. That's what they made it seem like. So I was just confused sometimes, but you know, for the most part, it was a pretty smooth process. They didn't ask for a crazy amount of money up front. It was basically the same procedure. I viewed the apartment. I saw it on Zillow. I think it was either Zillow or Street Easy. I saw it on Zillow. They told me I got the apartment. I saw on Zillow that it says in contract, which means like obviously I got it. So they took it off the listing off the website. We're signing everything, and I'm just thinking in my head like, why are we not at an office? We're literally in the lobby. I'm on my knees signing the fucking papers at like a chair. We were signing the lease, and then we're like, okay, can we get the keys? She was like, oh, we don't have keys today. The manager has to sign it. Then you can contact them to get the keys or figure out a situation to get the keys. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's weird. You always get the keys at the signing. But then my brother, who works in like leasing, he in New York, he like told me that it's normal sometimes to not get the keys at signing because you have until the 1st when you're supposed to move in to get the keys. So I was like, okay. So then my other friend was like, don't do it. You should always get keys first before you give them anything. And I didn't listen to her because I thought my brother was right because obviously he works in leasing. So I didn't listen, but whatever, you know, things happen. And I had a money order. I gave them the money order. It was like a few of them. I gave it to him. I signed the lease. I took pictures, and she told me, I was like, am I going to get the full lease where it's signed by a management too, and everyone signed? She was like, yeah, we'll email it over. I had to sign in blue. He said apparently they like for it to be signed in blue. And I was like, okay, got you. I had my parents on FaceTime with me. I gave them the money, and she said I'll receive an email with all the information on like the management company, and you call them on Monday. This is Friday, by the way. She said you call them on Monday. Once you call them, they'll be able to give you information to get your keys. And then she said they had to take the lease to the management in Brooklyn, because we're uptown, Washington Heights area. I was just like, yeah, this is weird. Like, why have me come here, bitch? I could, like, DocuSign this. Like, you wasting my time. I'm thinking I'm coming to get the keys. So that was the red flag right there. Yeah, I ended up calling on Monday, and I called around like 10 o'clock, because she was like, don't call at 9, because they're going to, like, if you call right at 9, they're not going to know who you are, because we don't give them, the information until, like, later in the day. So I called around, like, 10:30-ish. I called the company, the management company. It's a whole different company. It's called Katz Management or something. I think they're downtown or in Brooklyn somewhere. I can't remember exactly, but I asked them like about like the keys. Like, I'm just calling to get information about my keys for this building. They were like, what's the building number? I gave them the building number, and they were like, oh, we don't have this building in our records. I was like, are you sure? Bitch, that's when they hit me, bitch. They got me. I already had like a feeling in my stomach, but like that just certified. Like once they said, oh, that's not our building, and they said the management company, I was like, yeah, that's weird, because it's supposed to be 181 Ventures LLC. They really got me, and I'm just out of like almost $4,000. It's crazy right now. I'm so like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm pretty much homeless at this point. I went to the post office to file a claim, a money order claim. So I'm trying to see what happens with that. But I don't know, not sure. They said they're not going to get back to me until 3 weeks. So I'm like, bitch, well, I won't even have a place to be in 3 weeks. What the fuck? Like, no shade. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Do not trust Finders NYC. I'm going to put a picture of what Jennifer looks like. But yeah, bitch, you tried it. It's August 24th, y'all. So y'all pray for me, please. Like, I'm so stressed.